Yesterday, a hasty press conference in Zurich. Sepp Blatter resigns. Then, today, red notices from Interpol for two former FIFA executives. Now, Bloomberg reports on a small private bank that shows up more than 24 times in the U.S. prosecutor's corruption charges. The bank is controlled by a reclusive Brazilian billionaire. Bloomberg's Jesse Westbrook joins us from Washington. First question, Jesse, are we living in a James Bond movie?
Well, I can see why you draw that conclusion. A lot of the characters involved sound like they're from a Hollywood film set, including this Brazilian billionaire who is known for breeding Arabian horses, prized milk cows, and has a reputation for rarely granting interviews in the Brazilian media.
Jesse, is there a headquarters? Is this an actual bank? Does it take deposits?
It's definitely a legitimate bank. It has offices in New York. It has offices in Miami, where the alleged bribes were said to have run through. It has offices, well, it doesn't have offices, but it has operations in the Cayman Islands, which has a bit of a reputation related to reducing tax bills. But it's definitely a legitimate bank. It's regulated by U.S. authorities. It's had a lot of run-ins with U.S. authorities, including a run-in that involved a Colombian drug cartel. But it's still in business and keeps doing business.
Jesse, get us to the heart of your reporting on this. You went back and did a deep history of this bank. How many times has it been hit by U.S. regulators, and why is it still operating?
Well, it was really only hit one time by U.S. regulators, but that was this profound guilty plea related to laundering, well, not reporting suspicious transactions that were related to a Colombian drug cartel laundering money. You know, we all sort of take it for granted that a guilty plea is a death sentence for a bank. Apparently not, because this happened in 2003, and Delta was not forced out of business. Now we've got a number of banks pleading guilty over things like LIBOR, et cetera, and they're not going out of business either. So,
Brendan, let me ask a dumb question here, and you spin this to Jesse as you see fit. How many Delta banks are there? Within this scandal, there's got to be like, what, 20 or 30 of these?
So, Jesse, you know, we're just looking right now at the list of where it has branches. Paraguay, the Cayman Islands, and Switzerland. I hate to ask a leading question, but does this bank have any legitimate business?
Well, I really don't know enough about it to say something that is, you know, going to insult this bank and its clients. It seems to have had legit business. There are reports from the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency going back to the mid-90s that it had a business of helping wealthy Latin Americans reduce their tax bills. Now, some people may question whether that's a good business, but it is a legitimate business.
All right, Bloomberg's Jesse Westbrook in Washington, D.C., chasing down one of the banks that is involved in transferring money among the many different FIFA confederations. Thank you.